If I could go back in time and speak to my younger self, somewhere around 13 to 18 years old, so throughout my teens, I consider those years to be a very heavy period in my life. We were illegal immigrants here in the US. There was a lot of struggle at home and a lot of pressure that came from finances. My mom was working 16 hours a day to support my brother and I. And I remember wanting money so that I can escape some of the situations that we had to go through. But if I could give that kid advice for how to make more money, I don't think he would have taken it. I was very immature back then, and I don't think I was in the mental space to try and figure out how to make more money. That's just like not a thought that came to me. But I think he would have been open to some of the ideas that I'm going to share today that probably could have been helpful for him back then. Maybe he would have done this instead. And the reason why I'm speaking about this, so by the way, my name is Hervin. My wife and I, we own a marketing agency company now. We've been going through this entrepreneurship journey now for over 5 years, going on 6. We own this company called Studio Hub, where we help dance studio owners all over the US and Canada get more students. And we have about 230 clients. We're managing over $70,000 in monthly ad spends for our clients. That's how much they're spending cumulatively. Is that even how you say it? Anyway, per month. And so we've had to learn a lot about business, marketing, sales to help our clients. And we started this back when my wife and we used to own a dance studio. Neither of us were entrepreneurs, and we had to learn the business side of things. Eventually, we actually fell in love with the business side of things, which made us want to go deeper into the business side of things rather than keep going with the dancing and the teaching. That's what made us pivot. So we've learned valuable lessons now that have been completely life transformative for us. And so I would like to share some of the lessons that I learned, especially with somebody going through the things that I was going through as my younger self, where I knew I wanted to make more money, but I didn't have the maturity or the skill set or the right mindset to pursue money directly and start a company or do something like that. So it needed to be something like a low barrier thing that I could do that could potentially help me make money. Maybe there was a possibility of that, but I don't think I had the right mindset to just go into business. Okay, so that's what this video is going to be about. And the biggest thing that I want to share is this habit of making things. When I look at our company now, again, we're helping 230 clients. We've grown so much in these past years and we've learned so much. But it all started, if I can trace it all the way back, one of the very first things that got us to where we are now, if we look at all the dominoes that have tipped over, if we go back to some of those early beginnings, I mean, obviously, besides deciding to go and take a dance class, is at some point I decided that I wanted to be a dance instructor and I didn't know how I was going to get students. And long story short, I met this guy, thankfully. His name was Howard. And I met Howard, and Howard knew how to build WordPress websites back then. This is before YouTube had all of these amazing tutorials. And I was just super lucky that he was a good teacher. He was very friendly and willing to help. And I had asked him, I'm like, hey, can you teach me how to build a website? And he agreed. And so I went over to his house one day and he sat with me and he explained to me from A to Z, like how to build a website. And that right there, like the fact that I took the time to make this website, that website allowed me to then start showing up on Google. Throughout the years, it became more and more relevant when people were searching for dance classes near where we were teaching in Google, which allowed me then to start getting more and more students. Thanks to that website, I started getting more students, which then allowed me to, if we backtrack back when I was 23, that's when I finally was able to leave my house. And that's when I started living on my own, when I stopped living with my mom. And it was because of this website, people were finding me and I started to develop a clientele, students, a roster of students that were taking private lessons with me, which allowed me to make a certain amount of income. It wasn't much. It was like $1,100 to $1,500 maybe on the best months as a dance instructor. But having that continuous amount of money coming in allowed me to then rent an efficiency apartment somewhere in the hood, and it allowed me to finally leave my mom's house. So it wasn't much, but I was really happy about it. The fact that I finally had freedom. It started with making something, the ability to make a website. Now, back then, I was still really bad with asking people to pay for my dance classes, and I was really bad with money. But again, like just making this website truly helped me. Now, let's fast forward again to our company now. We're helping over 230 clients. We're employing about 15 people. In our company, we have to manage our team and teach our team, and I've created thousands of videos documenting our processes that teaching our team how to do things in our company. I've created videos to teach our clients to sell our services. I've created so many videos, but if I backtrack, even back when I started teaching dance, somewhere like when I was like 21, 22 maybe, I was very ashamed of being in front of a camera and speaking to the camera. So I would have never been able to do what I have done now in our company, where we make these videos all the time to, like I said, to train our team, to sell our services. But I can point my confidence now to be able to speak in front of a camera, or I should say, it's not like I feel like I'm amazing at it, but I no longer have the friction around filming myself that I used to, or the shame that I used to. And I remember when this all changed for me. It was many years ago. I can't remember when, maybe, I don't know, 8-9 years ago, maybe. I recorded my first YouTube video ever, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And I had got the idea that I wanted to record a video, that I wanted to create a video for YouTube, teaching people like a basic dance step or something like that. And I wanted to record the video because I wanted to go through the process and learn how to use the video editing tools. I wanted to see what it took to actually put a video out there, because in my mind, it just seemed like this magical thing back then. Like, I didn't know how things got on YouTube. Anyway, I had to wait one day where, so I had this idea of, I want to make a video. I bought the microphone, I bought the the mount for the iPhone, and I bought these things, and I knew that I was going to shoot the video, but I had to wait one day until my girlfriend, my wife now, but my girlfriend back then, left the house, so that I could be all by myself and shoot this video without her seeing me struggle through it, because I didn't feel confident. And it took about 70 something takes, I remember, because I counted them, of me just saying the first couple of lines, like, hey, my name is Hervin, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to do the basic salsa step. Like, just saying that took 70 takes, more than 70 takes. And I remember I kept being so critical of myself. I'm like, hey, and then I'm like, oh, why did I put my hand up? And then why did I say hey so much? And like times that I would even forget my name. I'm not exaggerating. It was bad. And so going through that process taught me so much. It taught me, like, how do you record a video? Oh, you could actually make it in pieces. You don't have to record the whole video at once. And then I learned how to use the tools. Like, I forget, it was just like iMovie or something to stitch the video together. I remember how to connect a microphone. So I edited the video. I don't even think I color corrected or anything, but I cut a few silences from the videos. And anyway, I learned so much, and it was thanks to me making that then, like, I gained the confidence and eventually made some more videos. And now in our company, I've made, thousands of videos at this point. But again, it's just having gone through the making part of it allowed me to learn so much. It gave me so much more confidence going through that. I remember feeling proud of, like, oh, I made this video and it didn't turn out so bad. And so, yeah, making something, that's the habit that I'm trying to pass on here to my younger self, maybe somebody who wants to make more money but doesn't have the confidence to go into business just yet. Okay, so I'll share one more story here. So a couple of months ago, we've all seen all of the AI tools being released out there, and we've heard that we need to be learning more about how these AI tools work. And there's one tool in particular called Claude Code that I had heard about, that I hear so many podcasts, people talking about how they're using Claude Code. And another one is like OpenClaw, and how I should be learning to use these tools. But in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'm not technical enough to be able to use these tools. Like I'm not a developer. I don't know how to code. And I remember my friend telling me about it. He's like, man, I've been using this thing, it's saving me so much time. And so anyway, long story short, I tell my friend, I said, hey, I've been learning about Claude Code and OpenClaw, and I'm trying to figure it out. I think I'm getting the basics of it. And he's like, hey, if you would like, I can teach you. It'll take me a couple of hours, but I'm happy to teach you. And super grateful for him having done that. He sat with me on a Saturday morning, and we spent about 3 hours where he taught me how to go from like not knowing how to use the tool at all. I just downloaded it and installed it in my computer. And then after the 3 hours, we built this app that connected to the API of OpenAI, and it created an image. And like I had Claude Code write some Python script, and it all sounds very complicated, but he walked me through it like from A to Z. And just having gone through this with him of making this app taught me so much, and it opened up my eyes as to what these tools are capable of. And right now we're planning some exciting projects with AI in our company that are going to help us release so much time. It's going to help make the improvement for our clients so much better. And it's all because, again, building something, making something with the tools, and using the making as a way to learn. I think my younger self could do that. I think my younger self would be open to making more things. It's something that I would advise him, that I think he would be open to. And then the benefit is, it's like once I made things, some of the things that I made, I mean, they were truly transformational in my life. It allowed me to get discovered by more people, like the website that I had built, like the YouTube videos that I made. I think I got one student from that one YouTube video, which is not much, but the confidence that it gave me of learning how to use the video editing tools and to allow me to speak in front of a camera, it's helped us tremendously in our company now. So again, if you're someone in a position where you're trying to learn how to make more money, or you want to make more money, but you don't have the confidence yet to go into business on your own, I think this is a good place to start. It's just making things, and making things allows you to gain confidence. It teaches you that the world is editable, that you can mold the world. You could take something that exists and change it to something else. Making allows you to learn how to use the tools. It puts you at the cutting edge, like learning how to use these AI tools. For me, it's like, oh, I could see what they can do. And I'm like, now I'm like seeing what's possible with these tools. Now I'm like pushing technology, at least in our little industry. Making things allows you to make an impact, even if it's a tiny, tiny impact. Making things that allows you to build things that other people can use or other people can see. I've learned how to change the pipe or adjust the pipe underneath my sink because some guy on YouTube decided to make a video about it. So making things, I think it's just, that's one thing that I would advise myself. So if you're out there trying to improve your financial situation, one of the things that you could start with is figure out what you can make. And if you make enough things, I mean, for me, it's been the experience that it has changed the trajectory of my life, like making more things. In fact, that's why I'm making this video. It's, I want to get in the habit of just making more things. Thank you for watching.